Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video, and we're going to be diving straight in to Shrouded Fable. We are here with our little mini expansion, and it is looking pretty awesome indeed. We have got, of course, the Loyal 3 all in here, making their debut with Pecharunt, obviously part of... It's sort of like the after of all the DLCs, that little extra little bit where that little Pecharunt, the little berry, and all of these were subtly sort of hinting towards that with all of their sort of poison typings, and the scarf looking a bit like the mochi, a bit of mochi madness going on here. But we're starting things off with Shrouded Fable with, of course, the Elite Trainer box. It's not as if we've got booster boxes for this. It is just going to be packs from the items here. It is a gorgeous looking box, definitely one of my personal favourites here. We've got this amazing... it's sort of like a bright toxic green. It's hinting on lime, but like I usually use like this sort of green, and I mean it's lighter than that. Like, I mean, obviously I've got lights on it at the moment. It is very close, but it's that sort of bright green. You know, if I was to take a Smoliv, for example, that's sort of like a lime green down here. It's just that little like neon graffiti green almost that it's giving off, with that purple, this sort of dark black into sort of like a lighter grey theme going on as well, looking incredibly awesome. Even the sides here, we've got those little like toxic chains going on here all the way around. On the top as well, looks gorgeous. So they've done a fantastic job with this box. It really does look absolutely amazing, top-notch stuff indeed. But of course, we have got the opening for this, so we are going to dive straight into this. I actually got a little hole here I can just use instead of my knife, which I had on the side here. And we can just crack this open, take all the plastic off here. So each day throughout basically the coming week, we will have one item from Shrouded Fable being opened on the channel. So we've got this, for example, today. We'll have triple blisters, we'll have the mini tins, we've got the different collection boxes, we've got the King Gambit, the Greninja, and Kingdra as well. So all of that will be open throughout the week, back to back, for you guys to enjoy. So within here, of course, we do have... Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. We get a massive sort of picture of all the Loyal 3, and then on the back a more sort of, I like when they do this, when we get the one side where it's more zoomed in, and then we get the one side where it's not so much. There might actually be a little surprise in here, because I have seen somebody open one of these before, and I was like, hold on, they're doing something a bit different here, which seems really interesting. Look at that though. It's so cool, because in certain light you don't actually make out anything, because it's actually giving off that shadow effect. But the bright green, honestly, I've not done anything to the camera. It is literally this bright green in real life as well. Love that sort of effect with the purple there as well, being a sort of nice shiny shine. On the inside here, we've actually not got the pack artworks as such. We've actually got, I don't know whether you can see that, but we've actually got the sort of Loyal 3 all in here. Looks like it's all the Loyal 3. Yeah, no Pecharunt on the inside, but we've got all the Loyal 3 making their sort of debut in here. I think you do get different pack artworks, so featuring all 3 of these and the Pecharunt. So yeah, let's pop that off to the side, and let's have a little look in the player's guide here. Let's actually bring this down a little bit here. Should be all good to take a look at this. So, Shrouded Fable. We've got a little book here going through everything. Shadowy secrets and toxic tricks. Ooh, look at this. So we've already got a little bit of a tease here. Some of the... These aren't the full arts. These are actually the special illustration rares of all of the EXs from this set. And my goodness me, does that look amazing. It would be so cool to think that all of these sort of fit together. But the artworks are all the same. I'm pretty sure they're all the same person that's made them... Oh, were they not? Oh, they might not be. Am I reading that wrong? Oh, no, they are. They are all the same artwork from the same person, which is always great to see. Opening this up, of course, we've got our sort of strategies here that we can sort of go with. So we've got a Binding Mochi, a new trainer that basically fits in with all of these EXs. They all work together basically in a deck. You might find that you might need more Pecharunt and Okidogi than, for example, your Munkidori or Fezandipiti. It sounds like I'm absolutely talking insanity when I'm saying these names, but that's exactly what they are. So all of these are definitely stuff that we're looking for. There is also, I think there is maybe 1 or 2 Terra Pokemon in here, but of course we'll have a little look. It might actually show us in the next page. It doesn't. We've got some trainers as well in here, some old ones. We've got Janine's Secret Art, we've got Xerosic's Machinations, something like that. If we pull them, of course, we'll have a little look at them. We've got some Crobats and Malamars going on here. An amazing Dusk Noir with a super ability. And also there's a Blood Moon Ursaluna as well, hollow, so that's pretty cool. Oh, here we go. So we got some EXs on here. We've got a Dartrix actually with United Wings, so that's a pretty interesting one. So if you are still playing that, we've got another grass type, so anything with grass type weakness for United Wings is getting a bit of a buff. The Kingdra EX, again, very interesting. This is obviously a stage 2, but the actual first attack is extremely interesting. There is the Reverum EX. It is a Terra Lightning, but obviously it takes metal energies on that one. We've got Hypno being shown off, Yveltal, Genesec's got an awesome ability, Haxorus as well, big ability there, so good ones to sort of look out for. And then look at this, they've sort of like shrunk the pages down a little bit here. We've got Rowlet at the top there, because we've got Rowlet here. There's shrunk them down, so we've got almost like 8 and 8 on each page, because it is a small set. But you will notice, of course, we still have our sort of little sheet to show off everything here, as well as the illustration rares, special illustration rares, and hyper rares being your gold cards and such. So yes, there is gold in here. So we've got plenty of EXs in here. A little bit of the old fighting types. Dark types, of course, we finished the dark types with the 3 EXs right there. A little bit of metal, a little bit of dragon, and then we go into some commons there as well. So like I said, a very small set here. We've got 3 of our A-Spec trainers as well. So 3 new ones here. Whether they're any good or not, we'll have to have a little look. But we've got plenty of trainers. We've got Cassiopeia in here, Colress's Tenacity as well, just to name a couple. There's that Binding Mochi. And then we move over to this very interesting page, which shows off all of our illustration rares in here. We've got our cut 3 cards. Now these were supposed to be, I think, in our previous set, but they popped them in this one, which makes sense because this is pretty much their set, so it adds to the sort of overall amount. So it looks as if in terms of illustration rares, we've almost got a full page here of 16, but with that Kingdra EX is of course a full art, so it's 15 in total for the illustration rares, the regular ones. So again, because it's this sort of small subset, it might be quite difficult to come across these. One of them, which is pretty cool, is the Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusk Noir. We get a whole lineup, which I love those type of things. We get a sweet looking Zorua there. A few other things that I think will definitely pop when we see them in person. There's that full art Kingdra, of course. And then moving over onto this page, we've got our full art of Reverum EX, our 4 full arts of Okidogi, Munkidori, Fezandipiti, and of course Pecharunt EX. Our 4 trainers in this set, Cassiopeia, definitely one that I'll be looking for. Colress's Tenacity, we've got Janine's Secret, another one, love that. And we've got Xerosic's Machinations, however you want to sort of say it. Then we've got our special illustration rares being Okidogi, Munkidori, Fezandipiti, and Pecharunt EX. I seem to repeat myself with those. Cassiopeia is the only trainer in here to be a special illustration rare. And then in terms of our gold cards, of course we get a Pecharunt EX, which looks amazing. Earthen Vessel from one of our previous sets. And then flip this over, we get another 3 here. We've got Power Glass, which is a trainer from this set. And then 2 energies as well. We've got a Dark type, very coincidental. And we throw in a metal as well, which I guess makes sense because, of course, we've got our Reverum EX there. Now, Kingdra does get a full art, but of course, we do actually get that special illustration rare in our other set. Reverum doesn't get special illustration rare. It is literally just the Loyal 3 and Pecharunt with, of course, the Cassiopeia right there. So yeah, overall, looking incredibly awesome here, this set. It is a smaller set, which means it might be slightly difficult to come by, but look at this. Here we go. We've got our promo cards that we can all get from these. All of these are basically guaranteed for us. and you can sort of check out everything else as and when you get one of these. But there we go. That's our little player's guide right there. We'll pop that off to the side. Now let's see if this is different. Look at the top. I love this. I love it so much. Very, very cool. Let's see if this is changed. It's not. Oh, okay. Right. Now I saw somebody with a plastic tray, and I was like, oh, okay, we've got a plastic tray, which seems, you know, we've got the cardboard box, obviously, and then we've got our normal bit here, but they had a plastic tray which they just pulled out and everything was just laid in the tray. So I'm not too sure whether this is better or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, we actually have got something else to comment on, which sort of leans itself to this cardboard. So we take this out, and we of course do have our cardboard here, and you'll notice these markings all down here, these little hexagonal Pokeballs right there, which I think when we get to our reverse slot, we should be able to understand why that is so interesting. So let's have a look in here. Of course, we get our 9 packs. Let's just double check we have got 9. Look at these artworks as well. Looking amazing. Looking absolutely stunning. 9 packs in total here. So pop them off to the side. We've got our dice in here. Ooh, they look weird. What is that big dice? Ooh, okay, we'll have a look at that in just a second. We've got our code card as well. We've got, of course, our sleeves. They are very interesting. So more of that sort of silver and pink than the green actually giving this an accent. So, but I like that. It pops. It definitely pops. Certain light makes that look very, very nice indeed. Very cool indeed. We're liking that. Our code card, which will basically give us everything in here, bar the packs, because they've got their own. Our promo card, which we'll take a look at in just a second. Now, do we have... I think these might be the new ones. Oh, are they not? They might not be... Are they new? They look a bit new with the 2 swishes. They might be new energies there with the new swishes. So we've got a whole stack of energy. I don't need to open this because, well, it's energy. We've got our... Oh, that looks very cool indeed. Love that shiny purple there with that green clashing with the black. Looking incredible. Got the chains going down here as well. Of course, all the 3 right there. So when you have these sort of back to back, there's definitely a difference there. Definitely a difference. It's not just like one gets bigger. So that's always nice to see. We get 4 of those, of course. And then, of course, you get our poison and burn counters here, the little plastic ones. So we've got that, which is pretty cool. We've got our little dividers, which we like. Our, I was going to say, yeah, our sleeves. Yeah. Well, do we keep these out? We'll put them in. We'll put them in. We'll put them in. Let's have a look at this promo, though. This is the one. I think I mentioned this in our sort of unboxing. This is one of, I think, 5 or 6 cards that they've actually banned from using in the World Championships, I think, for the time being, because Japan don't have these cards. So let's have a little look at this. Oh, that is very cool indeed. Very awesome. I'm loving that one. That is popping very nice indeed. The shiny shine right there, the colour scheme looking incredible. So Pecharunt here, it's not the EX, it is just the regular one. So it's a HP of 80, a dark type Pokemon, although that purple is looking mighty fine on this. Ability here, Toxic Subjugation. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, put 5 more damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon during Pokemon Checkup. Your opponent's poison Pokemon. Okay. We got Poison Chain there. So that's 10 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during your opponent's next turn. That Pokemon can't retreat either. Ooh, so that ability sort of leaves them in there with a little bit of poison going. So if you manage to get this on maybe like a basic, and it's like a basic, I don't know, maybe like a Manaphy or a Bidoof, for example, it's got 50, 60 HP, something like that, then this thing's going to knock it out, because of course you got the 10, and then the poison counters go on for 5, which is 6, so it means you could possibly get that 1-turn KO with just this, which is incredibly awesome, really. So I kind of understand why that might be the case, that it's not going to be fair that people from Japan come along and they go, well, what's that card? And it's like, haha, I've just won. How have you done that? I can't see it. So, yeah, could be a very interesting one, but nevertheless, it is our first of the illustration rares from this set, which is awesome. So let's give this a little box up there. We'll actually zoom out a bit because we're done with the reading. We're done with the reading. Let's leave that just sort of there. Just give it that nice sort of presence. We'll put our promo. Let's put our promo here. Let's have a look at these dice, by the way, because these are looking rather interesting. So we've got this manky. Okay. Not the best way to describe it, but here we go. So we've got our smaller dice in here, which have got this very interesting sort of mixed colour scheme going on. They've definitely, like, I don't really want to say tie-dyed really, but they sort of like mix and match the purple with the green. I wonder whether these are different for other people. It looks as if obviously somebody's gone around in a swirling pot and gone like that, and then just printed them and just hope for the best, because some are quite purple with hints of green. Don't know whether you can see that. Quite hard to, you might be able to see it there, but then others are like green. There, that is something. Now we have obviously got this purple and green scheme going on here, but like, what is this? What is this dice? Like, it actually looks a bit like a cola colour in my hand there. It's not in real life. It's got this really sort of like manky orange crystal pink colour to it. I don't know how to sort of describe it. I'm trying to put it in light there to try and let you guys sort of see it a bit more, but I don't know whether the Pikachu and everything is going to stop it from it's really odd, really odd colour, really odd coloured. It just doesn't match the purple and green. I was expecting purple and green. I would love it if it had a purple dice and it had green text and little dots. I think that would have really popped and gone quite well with the dice. But no, we're stuck with this manky cola coloured peach thing. Anyway, I don't know why I always keep the big ones out. There we go. So we'll keep that on the top there, but we won't draw too much attention to it because obviously the main thing is the 9 packs that we have here. So of course it is going to be a small set, but we will still obviously roll through it all because we don't know what we're going to actually get from this. We should have 4 pack artworks here. We do indeed. We've got all 4 of them, which is quite nice because sometimes these special sets just go have 1. Which, hey, it saves on all the printing and everything. You don't have to print all of these. But I'm not being funny. They work very well. They look amazing together. I would love to see somebody who goes to the World Championships use this deck. And I just want to see it in action because I think it's quite an interesting one. When it was first sort of announced, I was like, okay, I'm seeing what you're throwing down here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But we will see, we will see. Let's have a little look, see what we can see from this opening here. Let's go with our first pack here of Shrouded Fable. Super excited. We've talked enough about the box now. Now it is time to open some cards. Let's see what we can get in our first pack here. We are starting off with a Axew. We've got a Golbat right here. We've got a Meowth. I love that artwork so much. Love that. It is so cool. Such a beautiful card there. Zubat, okay. We've got Decidueye. Stock up on feathers. Draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. Power Shot. 170. Discard a basic grass energy from your hand, and if you can't do this, attack does nothing. That's just for 1. Wow, okay. Okay. Nice. Alright, Decidueye as an uncommon there. Might see some play, might not. Binding Mochi! Hey, here we go. First one of these. So this is one of our new trainers here, Binding Mochi. You're getting a little bit confused. You want to say Mochi Mochi? So we've got attacks used by poisoned Pokemon. Attacks used by the poison Pokemon this card is attached to, sorry, do 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this is essentially used with any of the Loyal 3 and obviously Pecharunt as well, because all of them will do something to do with poison. This thing gives you that boost of 40 damage, which is just amazing. So probably going to be a 4 of if you're playing in this deck, I'm guessing. So yeah, Binding Mochi right there. We've got a couple of Future and Ancients. I think we've got 1 Future, 1 Ancient, but we've got Iron Moth in here. We move into our reverses, and there it is. This is potentially the new reverse for us, and my goodness me, does this thing look amazing. It gives off that sort of chain effect as well going up there, but it's those hexagonal Pokeball designs, which I love that. Love it. I don't know whether it's just for this set. It might come out in our next set. We will have to wait and see, but I am super stoked. And that Eevee card just looks gorgeous, by the way. Absolutely amazing. Can we go for anything in the first one here? We've got an Yveltal, which is actually just an uncommon, which just seems so wrong, but we get an Yveltal right there. And our first pull from this is going to be, it's going to be a holo, and it is going to be Tapu Bulu right there. Looking incredibly awesome in that holo. Very awesome. With a matching grass energy as well, so that is a win-win in my books. Alright, next one up. Let's crack on. Alright. Okay, so we've got another Golbat, another Axew. We got a Sneasel this time, okay, something a little bit different. Sneasel into a Furfrou. Loving that artwork as well. Whew. That reminds me of the, I think there was a Torterra? No, Grottle. There was a Grottle illustration rare a couple of sets back, and it had this same artwork. It was like going through the field. I think it had a Marill on its back. Oh, another trainer here. We've got Academy at Night. Once during each player's turn, that player may draw a card from the top of their deck. Oh, what? Hold on. From their hand on the what? Put a card from their hand on the top of their deck. What would you do that for? Is that so you could like draw into it? No. It's got maybe this is like energy acceleration or something. So let's just take for example electric generator, and you put a lightning energy on the top of your deck, and you electric generator, and you guarantee yourself 1 energy to attach straight away. Maybe you've got 2 in hand, something like that. That's what I'm sort of seeing from that one, maybe. Yeah, okay, interesting one there for the Academy. This is a very interesting one indeed. Kyurem is just a uncommon in this set, which just seems, again, it's Kyurem, give it a holo. So the ability here, have a read of this. Plasma Bane. If your opponent has any cards in their discard pile that have Colrus in the name, this Pokemon can use the Trifrost attack for 1 colourless. What does the Trifrost do? Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 110 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon. What does this thing do? Right, so we've heard of Lost Box, and we know that people play Colrus. You let them play Colrus, they've put down maybe 3 of their Comfies. This thing's going to KO 3 Comfies if they're all on the bench, easily. Easily. Which means that potentially they will need to have some sort of Manaphy protection, if that is still in rotation. They will have to have something to basically protect their bench. If not, you're going to get 3 prizes for just 1 energy there, and that is just crazy to think about. It would possibly do the same, obviously, for like Bidoof or even Babarrel. Babarrel might be 110, could be 120, not too sure. But there's a lot of potential. So again, a card I think we might see in Worlds come up a little bit, which would be awesome. We've got Night Stretcher here. Put a Pokemon or a basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. Okay, cool. So it's just a nice way of getting something out of the discard there, which is always nice to see. We've got Genesect Reverse as well. This is another very interesting one. Ace Nullifier. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, your opponent can't play any Ace Spec cards from their hand. So if they're already down, they're still there. But if they've got them in their hand and want to play them down, this thing will stop it. So they need to get rid of this to play the Ace Specs. And seeing as quite a lot of people are always saying, what's your Ace Spec? This is going to come in very handy. So Genesect, very, very annoying, but there we go. We move into our second reverse here. It's going to be Krogunk, moving through the forest. And then our holo here is going to be the Zoroark right there. How could you say that? Illusory Hijacking. 60 times. This attack does 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon EX and Pokemon V in play. Ooh, okay. Alright, punishes them for that, but yeah, that artwork's looking sweet as well. Zoroark, and it goes into a water energy right there. Okay. We'll pop our Zoroark there. Alright, third pack up. There's a lot of stuff to talk through. I mean, obviously it's a small set, so after this we should see quite a lot of it, and we don't need to obviously pause as much. but it's just these big cards I want to get out of the way. Alright, we've got Drowsy, we've got Absol, Joltik, we've got Seadra, Janine's Secret Art. Okay, here's another trainer. So choose up to 2 of your dark Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a basic dark energy and attach it to that Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. If you attach energy to your active Pokemon in this way, okay, it is now poisoned. So there we go. This helps charge up your dark types, which in this set is pretty much all the level 3 and the Pecharunt, and also make sure that the active is poisoned. So you've charged up 2, you can attach for turn. You know, things are looking pretty good there. I think Dark Patch is obviously still up and running, so Dark Patch is probably going to be ran with that. So there's a lot of synergy with Dark, so I'm liking that. Obviously the poison for any other sort of typing would be a little bit E, but it's just that charge up. I think it could be a nice little sacrifice there. But Janine's Secret Art, nevertheless. We've got that Kyurem again. Another one, we got Xerosic's Machinations, I mean. So what is this? So your opponent discards cards from their hand until they have 3 cards in their hand. Ooh, okay. So this could be a pretty interesting one if you've got somebody maybe doing like a, what's the word, a mill deck? Maybe something like that. Or a stall deck, for example, where their hand is up to like 15 to 20 cards and you go, no. And this thing just puts everything in the discard pile. I mean, that's going to be very, very annoying indeed. So who knows? Could be a one-off. We will wait to see whether this will see play. Into our reverse here, we've got a Beware. Beware is here. Beware of the Beware. Into a Zoroark of the reverse variety. And we have a Hollow of Dusknoir with a very interesting ability here. Once during your turn, you may put 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. Now you're probably thinking, well, I'm knocking myself out. What? That's not good. But you're putting 13 or 130 hit points onto one of their Pokemon. Now if you've done some damage and they've retreated onto the bench and it might only have 80 left, this thing's going to possibly get 2 to 3 prizes if it is a V-Star or something like that, or, you know, anything of that variety, where you can sort of sacrifice 1 prize to get 2 or 3, which is a pretty win-win. A lot of people have said good things about this, so it must be good. So, yeah, Dusknoir Hollow right there into a Dark Energy. Okay, that's not a matching one. We don't want to see that. Let's go into our 4th pack here. It is a special set, so pull rates might be a little bit all over the shop, but if we can maybe get a couple of things from this, that would be awesome. So we've got Dartrix here, with 3 other Dartrix here, bit of a theme going on here, but it's United Wings in this one that we like to sort of see, so this can be another attacker in United Wings. We've got Absol, we've got Houndoom, there's the Rowlet, add-on, just draw a card. Decidueye, we've got the whole lineup in this pack, very awesome. There is Colress's Tenacity, so not only have we got Colress's Experiment, we've now got his Tenacity as well. So either of these in the discard pile is going to kick off that Kyurem. So this is search your deck for a Stadium card and an energy, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So could be one that people actually avoid using because they don't want to be tricked up basically by that possible tech with the Kyurem to stop any of the Lost Box shenanigans. So again, it's going to be something which I'm going to love to see if they do it in Worlds, showing it off and everything. I think that's going to be hilarious, but we will wait to see what happens. We go into a Hypno here, first one of those. Into our reverse, we've got a Houndour, and we then have a Slitherwing, there we go. So that's our Ancients, so it looks as if we've got the different ones of the Volcarona going on there, but we've got our reverse there. I love these reverses so much of the Future and Ancients. They work so well. Can we get something in this one? We have, and it looks as if it is a Kingdra EX. No matching energy on that one, but we can have a little look to see what Kingdra EX does here. So here we go, Kingdra EX, 310 HP. We've got 1 energy there for King's Order. Put up to 3 water Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. Yep, that's what it does. You can just go into your discard pile and go, do you know what, I'm going to go and grab this stage 2, grab this stage 2, grab this stage 1, or a basic, or whatever you want to do, and just plonk them on your bench. You don't have to evolve them, you don't have to go and grab a basic, it can be any water Pokemon, which is great. Yes, this is a stage 2, which does mean you have to obviously get it up to that sort of stage, but when, you know, you've got rare candies and stuff like that, if you're playing the right deck, this could be extremely interesting. We've got Hydro Pump there for double colourless. This attack does 50 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. We've seen that all before. It is weak to lightning, which is unfortunate because obviously Miraidon's still going around. Retreat of just 1, not too bad, especially when you've just got that 1 energy there. Even if you kick off with that King's Order, could be a very interesting one. But we will see, we will see. Might not see any play, might be one of the lesser EXs from this set, but like I said, we will see what happens there. But our first pull from this set, it is not any of our Loyal Free or Pecharunt, but it is a Kingdra EX. But we have got a pull, which is always good to see. Alright, so we now move into our next one. We've got a Varoom, we've got a Houndoom. There is our regular Eevee, another Dartrix, Academy at Night. We've got a Weavile right there. I've already seen the Sneasel, Night Stretcher. Into our reverses here, we've got that Varoom again. Then, ooh, okay, we've got an Absol as well as our reverse. And it's going to be a holo, but it is the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh, and we did get a little extra. We'll go through that in just a second. So we got the Blood Moon Ursaluna right here, 150 HP. The ability here, Battle Hardened. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may attach up to 2 basic fighting energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. So once it's down, it's already charged up with 2, you attach another one, and we can do Mad Bite. 100 plus, this attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So if they've got some damage on them, then this thing can come in and sort of do some cleaning up. But yeah, love this one. Love the fact that it charges up. It reminds me very much of the Galarian birds, the baby Galarian birds, from previous sets. They would be seen every now and again. But yeah, love that one. Why have I sleeved this up? Why have I sleeved it up? I don't know. I'm getting confused. This is what I'm going to sleeve up. So in this set, we actually do get reverse energies. So this has got the same effect on it with those lovely Pokeball hexagonals going on. But yeah, loving this. So, and we get a fighting one as well, which matches, which is just, that's what I was going to sleeve up, is the the reverse energy there. So we'll pop that down there. It does look somewhat normal, but I think you can definitely see a bit of a difference there if I let the light just sort of shine on it a little bit more. We've got 4 packs left, and we are flying. Well, if I want to say we're flying, we're enjoying ourselves. That's the main thing. We'll be kicking through all the other stuff very quickly afterwards. Oh, okay, we've got a Fracture right here. We've got Persian. We've got Dusclops as well. This one does the same ability essentially as the Dusknoir, but this one does 5 damage counters as it's knocked out. So obviously you maybe want to skip over this one because you want that 13, but you never know. Dusclops into Meowth. We've got Xerosic there. Then we've got Malamar, which is always quite interesting. This one I think coincides with Xerosic quite well. Switching one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. If you do, this attack does 120 damage to the new Pokemon. If you didn't play Xerosic's Machinations from your hand during this turn, this attack does nothing. So if you've played him, there's 120 damage there for a new Pokemon. For just 1 energy, not too bad. That's probably your better of the 2 attacks because the other one does 90 for 3. So yeah, you do have that extra of obviously having to play this one, but you've obviously disrupted the hand, and then you play this. So could be an interesting one. Malamar. We got a Sylveon as well in here. Might be just a one-off of the Eevee evolutions, but I love that. It looks as if he's staring at his shadow, chasing the shadow, something like that. Pretty cool. Reverses. We've got a Cassiopeia right here. It's definitely not Penny. So you can play this card only when it is the last card in your hand. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. I mean, sure. This could be quite interesting. I'm not too sure whether this is a 4-of. It could just be a 1-of. But, I mean, the possibilities of this is pretty interesting because you obviously want to make sure this is the last card. You maybe Ultra Ball the other stuff away and you've got this left. You can then obviously search for what you need. This literally says search your deck for 2 cards. It does nothing specific. It could be a Pokemon, it could be a Stadium, it could be an Energy, it could be whatever you want. This thing can go and get it. But, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I think that's got a little bit of a tech going on, which we like to see. Can we get an illustration rare? No. But we do get that Cassiopeia reverse, which is always good. Decidueye reverse as well. We got plenty of Decidueyes so far in this opening. Anything in this one? It's going to be another holo, and it's going to be a Zoroark. No matching energy there, or reverse energy. So the main thing I think is going to be, well, I'm not saying this is the main thing, but one of the things anyway, we'll definitely be trying to get these reverse energies, see if we can get all of them, but we will have to see. So we've got ourselves a Persian, we've got Krogunk, Stuffle, Rowlet, Genesect, Binding Mochi, Galvantula. We've not seen this one, but loving that artwork, very bright. The camera's definitely picking up quite nicely on all these green cards. Compound Eyes. Attacks used by this Pokemon do 50 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon that has an ability. Ooh. If this Pokemon has any lightning energy attached, this attack does 80 more damage. Ooh! Solid bit of 180 damage there, potentially, with that shocking web. If they've got an ability, and you've got lightning energy, I mean, there's two things already to think of. You could potentially be doing 180 there for just 2 energy, which is pretty good for 100 HP Pokemon there. But yeah, not too bad there from Galvantula. Into a Dusclops reverse. And boom, there we go. We asked for it, and here it is. Illustration rare of Qfant right there. He is watering himself down with the waters of some sort of watery area, some plains maybe. But that looks gorgeous. And I love how there's a rainbow in the background as well. It's not just the reflection, so having that shiny shine on it looks amazing. Very, very awesome indeed with that Qfant. Love that one. I doubt we go for a double, but let's see. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that is amazing. Yes, we are very happy with that. So not only do we come across Copperaja, which is the first holo of that one, but we also get the illustration where a Qfant, which you can't ask for more than that, really. You cannot ask for more. We've got Massive Body as the ability. What a name. I love, honestly, when stuff comes out and they're like, you know what, this is what we're going to call it, absolutely, go for it. Make it crazy. It doesn't have to be your regular flamethrower. Call it Super Duper Hurricane of Fire. You know, just give it something, a bit of fun. This has got Tackle and Confront. I thought it said Comfort. I was like, hello? But yeah, we got Qfant right there. Love that one. Very, very cool. We've got 2 packs here. Let's see if we can get something else here. Normal Elite Trainer boxes, you may get a full art, something like that. So let's see if we get lucky with that. Maybe we even get something a little bit higher than a full art, because this set is looking pretty cool. Alright, so we have a Zorua here. We've got Houndour. We have got Varoom, Toxicroak, Yveltal, Power Glass. Here is the gold card we mentioned previously. So Power Glass is a Pokemon tool, so it's going to be at the end of your turn after your attack. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pool to it. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So it's going to have to, so it's at the end of your turn after your attack. Right. So it does say after your attack. It doesn't just say at the end of your turn. If this Pokemon has this card attack, it's after your attack. So you have to attack, this activates. If you don't attack, it's not going to activate. So that's one thing to keep in mind, but it could be a very interesting power boost for your Pokemon. Will it see play? I'm not too sure. Not too sure. I think it's interesting, but I think it could be quite situational as to whether or not you need it. There's a lot of things that can help themselves with energy, so who knows. Power Glass though, very cool. Alright, we're into Genesect. We've got Zorosic again, but as a reverse. Can we go double? No, it's going to be a Zorua reverse. Zorua reverse, and oh, we get a Cresselia holo as well. Matching energy, it is a Psychic as well. We're loving this. We're getting plenty of matching energies from this one. We've got that Cresselia holo right there. So if you just want to have a little look at that, go straight for it. It doesn't have an ability. Usually a holo with an ability, I will definitely give it the time of day, but most other stuff I'm sort of like, woo, and then somebody goes, hey, you know that card? Yeah, it's really good. I was like, oh, okay, good, great, fantastic. Glad I missed out on that one. But there we go, we got 2 of our reverse energies here. 3 matching energies so far in this opening, and we've got 1 pack left. Let's see if we can end on a high here. We've had a little tease into the set. We've seen the full set list, I mean. Oh, we do have something. Okay, we do have something. It's definitely very vibrant. We've got a Furfrou. We've got a Toxicroak. We have got ourselves a Meowth. There's a Horsey, first one of those. Power Glass again. Iron Moth. Cassiopeia, a regular one of those. Do we go straight into our pull here? We do. We get Dangerous Laser. Ooh, okay. So, very, very simple. It is obviously just a one-off, but your opponent's active Poké is now burned and confused. It's just a one-off. It's just a one-off. You can play any number of items during your turn. You can't have more than one ace, but yeah, that's fine. But you can still get that back. So if you wanted to maybe get that back from the discard pile, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Dangerous Laser. Not too sure if it's the most stronger one, but I guess we'll sort of, you know, wait and see really as to whether or not it is. But Dangerous Laser, we'll give that a sleeve. Can we go for a double? Ooh, we get an Axu reverse. Okay. And Tapu Bulu. Okay. So we're not ending... No, it's going to be a fire. Okay. We're not ending on a banger as such. It is an ace spec. It is a pull, which gives us our regular 3, essentially, of our pulls here. A nice little insight into it. Nothing super at the moment, but things can change. So we got an EX, an illustration rare, and of course an ace spec as well. We've got 2 of our lovely reverse energies as well, which we're always happy to see. But overall, 3 energies there that matched, which is always a bonus in our videos anyway. We always like to see that. Some great holos. I think we've actually missed maybe 1 or 2 of these, so hopefully in the next couple we will definitely see a few more of those. But there we go. There is the Elite Trainer Box for our lovely Shrouded Fable special set, all opened up. We've got our magic promo there as well. We've got a great looking box, and we've got a cola dice. So yeah, some big highlights to take away from this. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy having a look at all of this. It was a bit of fun to sort of see what's what with this set, and I can't wait to open more stuff in the upcoming days. So for now, I'll leave you guys to it. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video for more Shrouded Fable very soon. So I'll see you then.